Every single day he laughed at an old homeless man. He called him a failure. He treated him like he was invisible. But one shocking discovery turned the millionaire's perfect life upside down. The man he mocked wasn't who he seemed, and one decision would cost him everything. Every morning, Daniel Hartwell stepped out of his luxury car and walked into the tallest office building in the city. He was famous, rich, powerful. People admired him, or at least they pretended to. Near the entrance sat an elderly homeless man. His clothes were old, his shoes were worn out, but every morning he greeted everyone with a warm smile. "Good morning. Have a wonderful day." Most people smiled back. Daniel never did. Instead, he looked down on the old man. "You should be ashamed of yourself," Daniel said one morning. "Healthy people work. Lazy people beg." The old man simply smiled. "I hope you have a wonderful day, sir." Daniel laughed and walked away. The same thing happened every day. No matter how cruel Daniel was, the old man never answered with anger, only kindness. One rainy afternoon, Daniel rushed out of his office after an important meeting. The sidewalk was slippery. Suddenly, he lost his balance. His expensive briefcase flew into the air. Confidential documents scattered across the busy street. Cars were approaching. People watched. No one moved, except one person, the old homeless man. Despite the heavy rain, he ran into the street and collected every page before the wind carried them away. He carefully handed the documents back to Daniel. "Here you are, sir." Daniel grabbed them without even making eye contact. "You've finally done something useful." The old man smiled. "I'm just glad I could help." Weeks later, Daniel prepared for the biggest business deal of his career. A global investment company was planning to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in his business. If everything went well, his company would become one of the largest in the country. The conference room was filled with investors. Everyone waited for the final decision. Then, the doors opened. A young woman walked in wearing an elegant business suit. Behind her was the same homeless old man. Daniel stared in disbelief. The room became silent. The woman smiled politely. "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting." She turned toward the old man. "Dad, please." The old man walked to the front of the room. Daniel's heart began to race. The woman looked directly at him. "My father is the founder and chairman of the investment company you were hoping would become your partner." Daniel couldn't believe what he was hearing. "But you're homeless." The old man smiled gently. "No. I choose to spend my mornings on that sidewalk. Many years ago, my wife passed away there. I come every day to honor her memory. I wear simple clothes because they reveal people's true character." He looked into Daniel's eyes. "For months, I watched how you treated me. You judged me before you knew anything about me. You believed wealth made you superior." The room was completely silent. Then the old man said the words Daniel would never forget. "We do not invest in people who lack compassion." The woman closed the presentation folder. "This meeting is over." Within weeks, the news spread across the business world. Other investors pulled out. Business partners lost trust. Major contracts were canceled. Daniel's company slowly collapsed. His fortune disappeared. His reputation was destroyed. 1 year later, people walking past the same street noticed something surprising. Daniel stood beside the old man every Saturday. Together they served hot meals to homeless people. A young boy asked Daniel, "Why do you help them now?" Daniel smiled. "Because I spent my whole life chasing money and almost lost my humanity." The old man placed a gentle hand on Daniel's shoulder. "Success means nothing, yet if kindness is missing." The end. Moral of the story: never judge someone by their appearance. Kindness will always be worth more than money.